Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of the Greatest National Railway Journeys. So this is not, this is just a notice for you. This is a video that has not been created on the day of the journey. But I am going to be doing some history explaining of more lines in further playlists, in further videos, so I'm going to make that collaboration. But anyway, let's just put that aside. But a few weeks ago, I went to Eastcote Station, where I took a Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill, which is a national rail station. So we waited for a bit on the Chiltern Railways platform until a Chiltern Railways train came. And we got the Chiltern Railways service to Marylebone, London Marylebone. It's a really cool station. Like all the other London terminuses. You see, terminuses are usually really, really big. Terminuses of national rail lines, particularly. And then we took a Bakerloo line train from London Marylebone, or Marylebone Station, to, or Marylebone Underground Station, to two stops. So there's Edgware Road. Then Paddington. Paddington, we came out on Parade Street and we walked to the National Rail Station. So you basically have to go out of the underground station to go back in to the National Rail Station. But inside there's also another entrance. And then we admired, Dada talked about the architecture of the station. So if you listen very carefully, you'll basically hear what he's saying about Brunel's idea and what sparked his idea to create lots of designs in his arches, and how big the station, how small the station used to be when it was first built. But in the 19th century, but it's really, really cool. After that, we board. I go to McDonald's for a bit and I eat a cheeseburger and fries. And then after that, we go to platform 11, the platform right at the end, and take a Heathrow Connect service, not Heathrow Express, Heathrow Connect train to not Paddington. We passed Ealing Broadway, and then we get off at West Ealing. And that is when I stop recording because my storage is getting full. So I sit on the GWR train, and now I'm going to talk about what happens afterwards. Dada let me film some of the things as well. But from West Ealing, we took a shuttle service that goes back and forth, 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 and so on. From West Ealing to Greenford. You won't really hear this train very much if you live near a station, for example, Drayton Green. So you pass, because it doesn't really come very frequently. It just has one single line of track that goes on for the train to move back and forth. So what basically happened was we passed Drayton Green. Then we went to Castle Bar Park. Then we went to South Greenford. Then Greenford. No. Yeah, Drayton Green. Greenford. No, Drayton Green, Castle Bar Park, South Greenford, and one more stop. And then also, we went to Greenford. And that's also a Central Line stop. So that's when I started filming on Dada's phone. I filmed it was a sort of like a funicular lift. It's the first ever sideways lift, the first ever and only sideways lift on the underground. Really cool. And we went in it twice, although I only filmed it going up once. Unfortunately, they removed the last wooden escalator. Dang it. And then they replaced it with a metal one. that's what I also wanted to film as well. So I hope you enjoyed the videos, so bye. Just a word of warning, watch out for the funny voiceovers during this episode. Like this one. D78 stock units. You know, that one was actually featured in another episode ahead. It's actually featured in episode 6, which is like way away from here.
If people are sitting on it, then you can't.
East Coast Station. Really quiet here today.
Okay.
There is a Metropolitan line train in 6 minutes, and there's a Piccadilly line train in 9 minutes.
Get Uncle on the other side.
There's a train coming right now, going to Uxbridge. Uxbridge.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Rayners Lane.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is West Harrow.
We are now at Harrow on the Hill station on the Chiltern Railways platforms, waiting for a train going to London Marylebone, where we will be getting off, taking a Bakerloo line train to, there's a Metropolitan line train you can see, where we will be taking a Bakerloo line train, two stops to Paddington, taking a GWR train to Greenford, and from Greenford we'll take a Central Line train, one stop to Northolt. Then after that we will take a 282 bus back to Eastcote, back to where everything started originally. Walk it home. Literally originally. So I think the train should be coming shortly now. And here it comes. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, devil, devil. Wait, no, it's coming on the other side. Yep, it is coming on the other side. A Chiltern Railways train. Yes, I totally agree with you. A Chiltern Railways train. It's just stopping at the edge of the platform. Oh look, it's a 001 service. What to do about that? It's very, very nice, isn't it? It's really nice. Oh, look in the interior. Oh, so much red everywhere. Look at the moquettes. Look at that Metropolitan line train rushing past. Look at that Harrow on the Hill sign. Oh, we're moving. Bye bye, Harrow.
Right. I was thinking of this way through the process but you're saying something a bit one more step beyond. Yeah.
By the way, this is a DMU train, diesel motor unit. You also get EMUs, which are electrical motor units, and you also get DEMUs, which are electrical diesel motor units. This really cool train. We've got London First fair zones down there. You have the Children Railways map down there. And you have your London fair zones.
Yeah, maybe 12. I think 6 up.
We have just sped through Norfolk past the Preston Road. See Wembley Stadium in the distance, I think. Another neighbouring train.
That's right.
Yes, we are going to speed through Wembley Park now. That's Wembley Stadium. Yes, Wembley Park Station. And there's Victoria Hall. Wembley Stadium is just behind us now.
I'll take a minute.
We have just gone, like we would on a normal Metropolitan line train, we have sped through some Jubilee line stations, which I list them out in order. Oh, actually, I will do that just now because we're going on the slope and breaking away from the underground tracks. We're going below, yes, this is the slope that I was thinking about, near Baker Street. You still do see Children Railways trains at Baker Street. Gone in the tunnel right now. Pitch black. So I shall list the pitch black. And then to the light. Daylight. Ooh, overground.
Yes, I've done my homework at South Hampstead Station.
Another children. I shall list them out now. So there were Leeston, Dolls Hill, Kilburn, Leeston, Dolls Hill, Leeston, Dolls Hill, Wilsden Green, Kilburn, West Hampstead, Finchley Road. That was the 6 stations we just passed. But on the Metropolitan line train, we will not miss out Finchley Road because the Metropolitan line stops there. It's a stop on the Metropolitan line. Now stopped, but we're moving very, 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 very slowly. I keep wondering, what was that overground station? Now we're back on our feet again. And we are moving, but with my own eyes I can see very, very faintly moving. I can see the opposite seats in the reflection, as well as my tablet. You can also see my face. Finally, we are approaching London Marylebone. Wellington Hospital. Yes, we really are approaching that.
The next station is London Marylebone. This train terminates here. All change. Please ensure that you take all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform when leaving the train. Also,
Yeah,
card
yeah,
users
very
are
nice
reminded to
lip
touch out on
syncing.
the card readers before leaving the station.
And there you have it. We are on the move yet again. We are on the move yet again. Marylebone Station. Two DMUs together. One of them is a Chiltern Railways mainline service, this one, and the other one is a normal Chiltern Railway service. childrenrailway.co.uk. So, and this is the main interior of London Marylebone. Now we have a train to Oxford. Oh, Oxford. I shall now be blown. On the other side of the carriage, with my own eyes I see vintage units. This is not a vintage unit. It does not look like a vintage unit. It looks pretty new.
Yet another piece of homework that I've done. It's a first class service.
Next to a normal Chiltern Railway service. We are now going to the underground station. Look at this interior. Should I? Okay. Thank you for travelling. The plants are blocking the Chiltern Railways trains. Between platforms 3 and 2, the Chiltern Railways trains are blocked. Got to go now. Well, I just need to film the interior now. Looks absolutely nice. It's really nice in here. AMT Coffee, Hotel Chocolat. We've got the W.H. Smith, like London Victoria. We've got an upper crust, like London Victoria again. We've got more CCTV cameras. Illuminati are watching us. Okay, bye-bye. Getting on a Bakerloo line train now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand behind the yellow line on the platform at all times for your safety.
There will be another train coming in a minute. On the right side. I've got the poster set down. We are now approaching Edgware Road.
This is a Bakerloo line train to Queen's Park.
Edgware Road. And the next station is Paddington, where we shall be alighting. On the escalator, going to Paddington, going to, looks like, yes, the Mercedes card has launched the new Hopper fare. 2 journeys for the price of 1. And you see lots of commuters. Paddington Station. We are now approaching the top. Paddington Heathrow.
Read it. Beep.
Here. We're now approaching Pratt Street.
This way. That is the original Paddington. You see the design is the original embark design.
Yes.
They preserved it. Come down a bit.
In my bottle. Trust me, I'm feeling tonight. And trust everybody.
One thing else I'll tell you. Not many people know this. Watch out for people rushing.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the architect?
Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
He had a fondness for Islamic architecture. At that time, 1800s, he had travelled and he had seen beautiful domes like the top of a mosque. Now come and let me show you how he's worked it into his architecture. So he was a proper architect as well as an engineer.
Yes, we are now entering Paddington Station. Look how vast it is.
When they first made the station, it was half the size. So can you see that was the original arch, and they added this arch afterwards to make more tracks. Come. Now, let's see if we can see some of the original.
That looks original at the back.
It's all been new, it's all been renewed, all of it. But these 3 arches, 1, 2, 3, didn't all get built at the same time. It started off as that one, and then this one, and then this one.
Also, it was really small.
Yeah, they only needed 2 or 3 tracks, 4 tracks at the beginning.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is first Great Western still.
Yeah, you get a good video over here.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And there's a proper GWR train down there. It's a class 360, I think. Oh, that train's just leaving. Revealing a Another GWR train. Dada, what's that train over there?
You can see the side of it, you come over here.
Okay. That's what I've always been thinking. What is that train exactly?
First Great Western again. Look in the front there. This way. This way. This way. First. See first? Written on the bottom of the train.
Yes.
And also says First Great Western. Those are snazzy new GWRs.
Yes. Oh, that's a Heathrow Express train there. And the one that just left
Yeah.
was a Heathrow
Tata Communications sponsoring the Heathrow Express.
Communications.
Here. This platform is this platform. Number one. There are... Are you filming me? Oh. There are two signs. It says platform number one, platform number two. That was it. That was the whole station. Look up. This was the only arch first built. Right? Now look to the right. See how many arches have been added. 2 more. So you can see how much it's expanded. Now on this picture you can also see that these signs along here are the names of shops that were there. Now those shops, the building hasn't changed, but the purpose of the building has. There's a McDonald's in one of these. Oh, you can see the M sign. And the sign that says platform number 1 and platform number 2 is no longer there, but there is something that is there. See that clock? Now you see. Let's go and see it. Now these were the original shops, but of course modern shops are in there now.
Yes.
And this clock, I suspect, is the original clock. Maybe it's been restored, but it's definitely the original clock.
And then, could you focus it on me?
Yeah.
Standing next to Paddington Bear once again, but this time it is a magnificent statue. Mr. and Mrs. Brown first met Paddington at the railway company. In fact, that was how we came to have such an unusual name for it. Paddington was the name of the station, from A Bear Called Paddington by Michael Bond. So began Paddington Bear's long association with this station. So this lounge, first class, GWR, original logo, first class, it's a play on words. It's associated with First Group that own First Great Western, or today Great Western Railway, or First Great Western, if you Well, if you want to call it that. But this statue, in honour of those who served in the World Wars 1914 to 1918 and 1939 to 1945, 3,312 men and women, that's a big number, of the Great Western Railway gave their lives for king and country. And then you can see a man, what looks like reading an OS map, and who looks like an army soldier.
Would you like to hear him?
The Unknown Soldier, actually. That's his name.
Really?
Yes.
You have to hold it to your ear.
Okay.
Hold it.
Come on, stand a while. You can afford a minute or two with me before
It's him.
here on platform. The folk go past with their new wheelie cases for the tickets and never notice me. But if they do, drink one quick shifty upwards just like you. And don't, as I make stand and stare. They think they see you. Come on, stand a while. You can afford a minute or two with me before you board. Here on platform 1, the folk go past with them new wheelie cases far too fast and never notice me. Or if they do, from one quick shufty upwards just like you. And don't, as I've made you do, stand and stare. They think they see hung round my neck a spare belt of bullets from our Maxim gun, not a muffler knitted by a mother for her son. November 11th, 1922, the soldier's statue you've now stopped to view had its unveiling, and I felt the flag slide off my helmet and my chin, then snag for a second on this letter that since then, as she was better with knitting needles than a pen, I've puzzled out my mother's loving scrawl, while behind me bombs explode and mortars fall. This letter probably took her half the day. Remember what I always used to say, she writes. Take care that you keep warmly clad, the way she'd tell me when I were a lad. She'd check the weather, then she'd check I got the scarf she'd knitted round my neck. Out here in France, excuse my French, is bloody freezing in ice-crusted trenches. And because it's my mam's muffler that I'm wearing, I feel ashamed she'll scold me for that swearing. Her muffler kept me nice and warm until it wasn't just winter round me, but death's chill. Something unmotherly pulled the muffler tight, and I was robbed of all my breath and light. Those who found me would tell you that I cried for my warm muffler knitter as I died. Remember the Paddington soldier that you found once you're off and Bristol, Cardiff bound. Go, get into your carriage now, but when you're on platform 1 next time, we'll talk again.
So that little balcony over
The whole
there.
thing, yeah, the whole thing.
The
All
whole
three.
thing. I'll get a closer view. These 3 windows are all original. And that's the GWR window. There's first class. Yeah, that's first class. It's associated with first group. The original clock from the original station, but it may not actually be original. one of the many trains that come to Paddington, like Heathrow Express, predominantly Heathrow Express, and mainly First Great Western, or Great Western Railway, if you want to call it that. Yes, you've got the first class lounge, and you've got a winding interior of arches. There's another one behind there, and there's another one behind there as well. This train is so long that it even turns a corner. It's okay. Yes, it's really cool. Just come out from McDonald's.
That train was seriously meant to leave now.
That train is seriously meant to leave.
Stand in front of me.
The 1532 service to Morton Marsh has just left. I was wrong about what I said in Harrow on the Hill. We were going to take a GWR train to West Ealing, and then from there we would take another GWR train to Greenford, and so on. But this time we are taking a Heathrow Connect service
To West
to
Ealing.
West
And then
Ealing.
after that, we are going
And
to
now
take a
we're gonna-
GWR train to
then after
Greenford,
that
and
we're
then
going to
we're going to take
continue
Central Line
our
train, one stop
journey.
to Guildford, and then we'll take a 282 bus to Eastgate, and that's where we live. So, Heathrow Airport, that's the train. Also owned by First Group, the big F on the side, indicating First Group. And I think it is time to go inside the train. It looks like a Class 360 train, because that's what I was talking about last time. But I thought that was a really cool new GWR. And then there's the iconic logo of Heathrow Connect. I'm gonna...
I am at the door. I'm at the door. Oh, snazzy, nice chairs. Nice, snazzy chairs. So much leg room everywhere. Nice carpets. Let's open the door again, shall we? Let's go into another time portal. Oh look! We've got the same snazzy new chairs. We've got the same snazzy new carpet. Oh, there's a little ticker tape. There's a little tape. It's just displaying on how we might get a penalty fare if we don't tap in.
Okay.
With our
She's
Oyster
going the
cards.
direction of travel, so you can sit there.
Let's just sit down, sit back,
I'm
relax,
going to be
and
sitting.
enjoy the ride.
Thank you for letting me Yes, we're on the Heathrow Connect service now, and yeah, we've got quite a while to wait. And actually, here you can see the first Great Western train in the background. Yeah, it's really quiet in this carriage. Yeah, you can see different moquettes. This is a service to Heathrow Airport. Goodbye.
Calling at Ealing Broadway, West Ealing, Hanwell, Southall, Hayes and Harlington, Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3, and Terminal 4.
If you missed the first part, it was welcome aboard this Heathrow Connect service to Heathrow Terminal 4, and then it And then it actually listed the station.
Please take time to look at the safety information provided above the exit doors. If you have not purchased a ticket before boarding, you may be liable to pay a penalty fare.
This one, is it? Swansea.
The rush hour has
Please take time to look at the safety information provided above the exit doors. If you have not purchased a ticket before boarding, you may be liable to pay
Heathrow
a
Express
penalty
trains
fare.
just arrived. We have just started moving at Heathrow. We're now pulling into Ealing.
We are now pulling into Ealing Broadway. My storage is nearly full, so I'll have to take shorter videos. The station is also a mini terminus for Central Line trains. It's just on a little one-branch line that awkwardly sticks out of the Central Line. That's why you can see a Central Line train there.
We are now at West Ealing.
Fast one. You got any memory left?
Train is stopping right now. Our Greenford service is coming right now. And that brings us to the end of our journey at West Ealing. It's not really the end of our journey though, but it's going to end soon. I may not have much time to film all of this, or much storage left, so bye. Introducing the first ever sideways lift on the Underground. This is like a funicular going up. We just went down on it. But it's the first ever sideways lift ever open on the Underground. It's really cool. It's like a funicular. I think this is the first one in the Underground, as one elderly man said. He said it was very precise when it aligned with the lift door. The lift doors aligned with the platform. And now we are at platform level. Now this lift, this magnificent piece of architecture, has now enabled people with walking disabilities or any disability to go into that lift, and they will go down and they could go back to the ground and then they could just enjoy the rest of their day.
Please don't go! No! No! No!